Real quick one here to say hello today. Like I said, I might just do it like this. Just pop in, say hello, check the news, see how things are going. Every day, it's interesting how things are rolling. Every day is interesting, and the gravity of what's going on sets in. So, just saying hello. Hope everyone's okay. I'll show you what I've played. I have been playing some records, but I've also, as I've been sharing on YouTube, on Facebook, I am more consciously resorting back to some of my, some good old habits of mine. Meditation, sitting in silence for periods of time, little household rituals that I have involving saging the house. Some of y'all know about that stuff. As well as sage, I use cinnamon the house as well as I sage it. So that's what I did most of this morning in between posting stuff on Facebook, because I do like the ability to use social media to interact and send out energy through words. And all the time I'm being more thoughtful. And I'm saying this out loud to also make sure that I continue to do this. I am attempting to be more thoughtful about the things that I post. I allow my humanity to come through at times, and I show my emotions. But mostly what I'm trying to share is as objective as I can be, because there is no such thing on the planet as pure objectivity, because everything comes through the filter of a person. And there is no perfect person. We have this idea that there is one, but we could discuss that and argue that, and we have been arguing and discussing that for generations, fighting about it through religion and shit like that. We don't know. My thought is that perfection is perfection, and we're a part of it. We're a part of perfection experiencing itself. This reality that we're living is one of many that rose out of the field of potentiality. Maybe all possibilities rise, but since we're in this one, we don't know about the others. It's all thought, and no one knows. Interesting thoughts, though. But that's what I'm trying to do with my social media, rather than trying to be a smartass or spout off angrily. I mean, I do a little bit at the president, but some people are just really showing their insecurity through their anger. I can just read through between the lines on most of them. Other folks, it's their nature to be the funny person, so they're constantly looking for ways to try to make people laugh. But even then, I discern different things from different people. Some is stress management, and a lot of it is fear-based humor. And so when that part comes through to me, and it does really strongly, it's like, I don't have time for this. I don't need this. Oh, humor makes it easier. Well, if that's the best you can fucking do, and I'm putting it like that because we do have to, yeah, I'll say it. We do have to kind of buck up a bit. I think about the past, even my past as a child, but I think about history and the hardships that people went through to establish communities and societies and to make advancements. People suffered and went through extreme hardship and called upon themselves to deal with things that we, right now, it appears to me that the great majority of us are just spineless jelly. We have developed into a couple of generations of TV watchers and screen savers, watchers, that we can't handle shit. And that's not okay, and it's not insensitive or offensive to call it to people's attention. We do need to rise to the occasion. Just imagine yourself in a life or death situation where you're traveling, trying to get someplace that's going to be like the safety zone, and you have a group of people, and most people are pulling their weight, but you have one or two who are mostly caught up in their own despair in their head, expressing it through their stress, and consequently dragging everyone else down, calling attention to themselves when they have the same capability as the other people to pull it together for a while anyway, so that as a group we can move forward. See what I'm saying? That to me is wisdom. I didn't make that up. This is something that is just this is plain wisdom. Okay, so that's how I'm trying to use social media for the most part, is to express how we can be there for ourselves and for one another, and to encourage people who maybe don't know this information, because I think a lot of people have not been taught this stuff. I had a conversation last night with one of my young friends who stopped by, who had a blow up on his job and almost lost it. I mean, actually lost his temper on his job and punched a wall. And my friend is an intelligent young man, you know. We had a good talk about this stress and how people are really feeling the pressure. And if you don't have what I'm talking about, is a skill, okay? It's information that is not written on the bathroom wall. And unfortunately, in my mind, it's not more common. It has to be taught. Stress management, perspective, the idea that you have choices about how you deal with things, how you see things, how you see yourself, and the whole idea that your actions, my actions, do impact everyone else. We need to be stronger for one another. We really do. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I am putting my foot in people's ass that I know who are irreverent to the point of being a detriment. This is no time for too much smartassness. It's not helpful. It's not. What have I played that I can show you just now? The first record I played today, because I've been quiet, is Silver Apples. Just got done playing side one. In particular, the song Contact. 1968, way ahead of its time. I posted this, and someone said that they thought that Can was influenced by these guys. I doubt it. I bet you Can was on a parallel, doing what they were doing in Germany while this was happening. I bet you at the time Can knew nothing about Silver Apples. Can were pioneers. They were doing this the same time as they were doing it. Slowdive. This is a bootleg that I bought at Amoeba years ago when I went out there to see Yellow Magic Orchestra finally, and visit my sisters and family. I've got this at Amoeba. Orange vinyl. These are demos, so the sound quality is shit. But there's a couple of demo performances on here that are like, the performance is like, wow. It's like, yeah. And I have demos like this, recordings like that. This where the first time I recorded is the best time as far as capturing what I was trying to capture. And you record it again and again, and you get a better recording, but not a better feel. Guru UFO. This is a stoned monster of an album. Played this all the way through last night. Played side two of the recent Deerhoof addition to my collection, Holdy Paws. And I have to kind of like not take back what I said about Satomi, but I did notice that, interestingly, on side two, all of her vocals are on point. So it may indeed, the albums are documents, and so maybe that's a documentation of the progress as it happened. Something else I played a lot of last night and then watched some live video is the latest Opeth in Cauda Venenum. I do like this. What I really notice about this is how it is purposely recorded audio-wise like a 1970s rock album. This is not at all engineered and mixed like modern records. This sounds like a record made in 1973 by Man or Hawkwind, and it's definitely on purpose. And it serves the album well. I like the Swedish lyrics version better. It's the way that Michael is singing that it's like, well, I can just feel that more. Now, I thought I was going to get on here for 1 minute and listen and see what's going on. But this is because it's real. I'm out of coffee. I am make some more coffee. Last thing I'll show you that I played because I love this album. Don't know what they're singing about. I've tried to listen to these words and I can't make them out. But I sure do love the sound of this man's voice and this music, Pale Saints. I also played In Ribbons. I have that, but I must have stuck it away already. Pale Saints. I just bought this on vinyl. They're not shoegaze. They're beyond shoegaze. This is a great album. But to bring up one more thing, I always talk about how the music is more important to me. But I must tell you that, lyrics are important to me. And when they come through, it's interesting how and when they come through. Recently, I was listening to Magazine's album, The Correct Use of Soap. And it was just really hitting me hard how I love Howard Devoto's use of words. He can just say a phrase, and that phrase can have so many meanings, but just the way he says it is like, it's like, damn, that's badass. There were some other lyrics that caught my attention recently I was going to mention, and they've slipped my mind. Let me stop here, okay? Because a 10, 11, 12 minute takes an hour and a half to upload. And I like to get it uploaded and see what's going on with you all. Be well. I am not responding. If you guys don't know me, I don't really do requests, okay? So just, I talk about what's going on with me, all right? I'm not here to do requests. That's a real smile. Chill, people. We're going to get through this, all right? But we need to be cool, for real, from deep inside. Oh, look what I'm wearing today. Look what I'm wearing. Genesis, Lamb Lies Down. Can you see it? There. Music. Music heals. Be cool, y'all.